Looking at the temperature trends, okay, ladies and gentlemen, over the last 24 hours, how are we look compared to where we were at this time yesterday? This could give us an idea of how much cooler it'll be by morning. And some spots are trending much cooler at this hour. Places like Bremerton already in the 30s. Oak Harbor, you're one of the cooler spots. Look at Friday Harbor. Feeling 10 degrees cooler right now in Friday Harbor than where we were yesterday. That could be bitter like in the morning for several locations. Given the time of year, I think I could use that term. Here's a look at current temperatures out the door. Most of us in that mid-40 range. South Sound, borderline upper 30s. We have already got some spots in the 30s. Bremerton, McCleary Elementary School. Shout out to you folks. Of course, a lot of folks out towards Grace Harbor County as well. Tenino, 38. Bottoming out near that mid to lower 30 range is why we're talking about potential frost advisories in those locations. So the rest of tonight, the clear skies will allow temperatures to fall a little bit further. Here's a look at the watch warnings and advisories. We want to focus on the one here locally first, so the South Sound pointing south and out along the coast. That's the frost advisory overnight tonight. Eastern Washington is experiencing a freeze warning. That's overnight tonight yet again. The clear skies there from the Columbia Basin all the way up into the Spokane area is going to be very, very cold. And if you take a look at our first frost, when we take a look at some of the numbers, Bellingham, here's the earliest date we've typically seen it on record, and here's the average of when we should see it. And as you can see, most of the time we should see it sometime in October or even November across some of our major areas. And so that's something that we keep an eye on during a cold snap like this. You can look at temperatures in your neck of the woods. You get that King 5 app. It's pretty cool. Click the little weather feature. But here's a look at tomorrow. We've got sunshine. All right, we start off cold and crisp for sure. So layer up the kids early. By the afternoon, not bad. Okay, upper 50s and low 60s. Still trending below where we should be for this time of year. But we've got the sunshine, which is always nice, right? And then we look ahead. When's the next system come through? I'm thinking by the time we head into midweek, Wednesday into Thursday, that's when we'll bring in a few showers. Here's a look at 7:30 in the morning Wednesday. A few light showers hit the coast, and then, of course, we roll that timestamp further. We get a couple of raindrops by the time we head into the 2:30 hour, and then by the evening, that's when the wave pushes through. And, of course, snow level at this time will be at about 5,000 feet, so anything above that could experience more flakes. So some of our ski resorts could see more, picking up some snowfall later this week. If you take a look at after tomorrow, right after the sunshine, we're going to keep those showers hanging around through the weekend.